Hey, this is Rich from HouseBarons.com. Today I'm working with my nephew Caleb, and we're going to show you how to install a smart deadbolt with Wi-Fi technology. If you're new to our channel, consider subscribing because we want to show you how to do a job yourself so you can save a ton of money. This deadbolt's already been installed. We're going to put one on another door in just a minute. But what's so cool about it is that this is going to be a vacation rental home, and we can change this code so that rental people can come and just input a 4-digit code and they'll be able to have access to the house. Okay, so right now the door is locked, so all I got to do is input the code. And that unlocked it, and it gives me a little check mark so I know it's unlocked. And then here's the really cool thing. If I want to lock it, all I got to do is hit this lock button and off I go. And it gives me the little blue check mark so I know that it locked up. All right, so here's the inside of the lock, and it's, from the inside, it's just pretty much a traditional deadbolt, but that's how it looks from the inside. Now it's locked. There, it's unlocked. This is the item that we're going to be installing, and it's made by a company called Shlage, and this one is the Shlage Encode, and it's got a lot of really cool features to it. You can create and schedule up to 100 unique access codes, so that's really awesome. There's an activity log that you can see online, and it'll show you when somebody used the lock. And also you can receive notifications on your phone to let you know somebody's using the lock. And you can also change the code using your phone, which I think is super cool. We're Amazon affiliates, and we're going to put a link for this product in the description below. All right, so as I said, this is the Shlage Encode, and this is the box it came in. This is how it looks when you take it out of the box. It's basically in two main sections, and this is the back plate, and this is the deadbolt, and then the strike plate is in this bag. It also has batteries. They give you the 4 batteries, and they also give you a key, so if there's a power failure, you'll still be able to get in using your key. These are pretty much all the tools you need to use, and it's just a Phillips screwdriver and just a regular screwdriver and a drill. So the first thing you want to do is uninstall the deadbolt on your existing door. Those just have screws in them on the back of your door, and then there'll be a couple above and below the deadbolt itself. And then that whole unit just pulls out. Okay, so when you're installing the new deadbolt, it actually has 2 settings on it, and it depends on how your door is set up. And then it says top there, so you know that's on the top. And then all you have to do is spin it if you need to make that longer. When it's in there properly, you can see how this is centered right in the middle of that hole. So this is secured just by replacing those 2 screws that were taken out previously. Now we're going to install the back plate with the 2 screws that it came with, and you have to pull the wire through this little square area. And then you're just lining these 2 screws up with the part that's on the other side. Sometimes you have to maneuver it around a little bit to make it line up properly so that the screws catch. So now before you tighten that all the way, make sure that it's looking straight on both sides, because otherwise this thing could be all wonky and crooked. And then just tighten that up all the way. Now the front of it's on, and you can see how it's going to look. So first we need to connect the 2 wires together. And that just plugs in. So now you have to make sure the thumb turn, which is this thing, is in a vertical position so that this is going to align with this. So you can put it all together. And you got to get that wire out of the way so it fits. And then that just pops right into place. And you can remove the cover. There's 2 screws that will hold all of that on there. All right, so now we're going to install the batteries. So to do that, take the cover off and pull the little battery compartment out. And then you can see there's a little diagram inside of it to show you which way to insert the batteries. takes 4AA, and they included it with the product. You don't see that every day. On the back of that, they show you the programming code and your user code for code A and for code B. So when you first input one of your two user codes, either A or B, it's going to run a little test and make sure that your lock isn't obstructed. After that, it'll be programmed in. So that's how it works right there. We have the cover back on, and now we will install the striker plate. So you have two options. You've got little baby screws and the little baby striker plate, or you can have the beefier one. So we're going to see if we can install the beefier one, since this is going to be a vacation rental house. You may have to adjust the striker plate up or down to make sure the deadbolt fits in it perfectly. So it's possible on an older door that the new striker plate just really doesn't fit well, in which case you could just reinstall the original striker plate, because really what's important is to have a well-functioning door. So when you're installing the striker plate, you can just make a mark on the top and bottom of this so you can tell exactly where the striker plate goes. Alright, so now everything's installed. And you just hit your 4 numbers. And it locks. You can hit the 4 numbers to unlock it. And then when you want to lock it, all you gotta do is pull it shut and hit the lock button. And now it's locked up. Alright, well that's all there is to it. So the next step would be just to download the app so that you can program the code that you want with your phone. And thanks much for watching this video. And be sure to check out this video.